The Chinese invented greeting cards. They, and much later the Egyptians, sent cards celebrating the new year. Homemade cards were probably being exchanged for different events, including Christmas, before Sir Henry Cole produced the first commercially available Christmas card. He designed the world's first stamp, invented a prize-winning teapot, and wrote children's books. As founder of the Victoria and Albert Museum in London, he had the ear for the royal family and was often affectionately referred to as Old King Cole by the press. The man who painted the template for the card was John Callcott Horsley, who painted some of the artwork currently decorating the British House of Parliament. The ancient Egyptians sent New Year greetings on papyrus scrolls. 15th century Germans made them from woodcuts. Before 1843, they would have been handwritten and hand-delivered. Even after Sir Henry Cole's invention, many would keep on being handmade, his printed ones being quite expensive at a shilling apiece. Mass production brought the price down and helped create a major industry. The very first Christmas card showed a family celebrating, but also depicted the feeding of the hungry and clothing of the poor. Intentions the one whose birthday Christmas represents would surely have appreciated. Printed on the front were the words, "A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you." The cards sent in ancient China and ancient Egypt were only for the ruling classes. The postal service that followed were highly localized and only for the wealthy. In 1680, the penny post system was introduced in London, bringing the service within reach of ordinary people who wanted to send letters within 10 miles of that city. In 1792, Benjamin Franklin set up the forerunner for the U.S. Postal Service. The idea spread and delivery costs came down to the point where even worldwide mail became affordable. Now people can send cards to friends and relatives in almost every corner of the world, and they do. Basically, wherever there is a postal system, someone will be sending greeting cards. Sir Henry Cole produced the first commercial Christmas cards in 1843. He had taken part in the reform of the penny post only 3 years before, so getting people to post cards at Christmas probably served his bank balance very well. In 1875, German imagery Louis Prang brought the tradition of the printed card to America. Though he produced many different types of printed materials, he is principally known today as the father of the American Christmas card. In the mid-1980s, greeting cards of all kinds moved into the electronic age, and for the first time, people with internet access were able to send cards to each other via email. In previous centuries, the majority of the population lived and died in the same small area. Christmas cards and the postal system came along at a time when industrialization, political activism, and better transport were changing all that. Perhaps more than any other time in human history, people were separated from family and friends by vast distance. And those distances probably never seemed greater than at Christmas time. A Christmas card, despite only being thick, decorated paper, was an affordable way of conveying a lot of love across continents and over oceans. No wonder they are traditionally displayed prominently throughout the festive season and often saved for years.